If you guys can understand anything about multiverses, at least from a narrative standpoint, any character can truly become anything. What I mean by that is that our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, of course he's typically portrayed as a high school student, but I mean that this guy, he's been a billionaire scientist, he's been a cartoon pig. At one point they even made this nigga Indian. So naturally, of course, the next logical step was to make him a chain-smoking detective from the Great Depression. I'm Guapo Jim, and today we're gonna be breaking down Spider-Noir, and if this show is anything more than just a cringy Marvel period piece. So, for those of you who don't know, Spider-Man Noir, or The Spider, is a multiversal variant of our boy Spider-Man. While he did first appear in the comics, and he actually appeared in a couple video games as well, he got mad popular when he appeared in the Spider-Verse movies. He was also played by Nicolas Cage in those movies as well, and I'm not gonna lie, like, those movies, I thought he was hilarious. So it was only a matter of time before they decided to use him and that version of the character, and they decided to make something with it, if you will. I really am gonna go in with my thoughts. I'm prefacing that right now, so if you haven't watched the show or like you don't want any spoilers, I would suggest clicking off right now, or at least clicking to the end, because I'm really gonna spoil a bunch of shit. One thing I will say about this show, at least from a creative standpoint, it did really have a bunch of inspired decisions. You know, while I didn't necessarily agree with all of them all the time, there is a big part of me that can acknowledge that these guys, they truly did go for it, you know? Like, they went for it in their own right. They tried to build their own New York, and they tried to really craft their own world, and I can say that I appreciated that, you know? Like the set designs, the costumes, like there truly was a vibrancy, if you will. And again, I was all here for it. I know that they made this show in black and white, which again, I can appreciate the fact that they decided to even do that, but I feel like you would be missing so much of the quote unquote beauty of what made this show decent if you decided to watch it that route. Maybe at some point I will watch it in black and white, like I highly doubt it, but I'm very glad that I watched it in color. Like, I was definitely picking up what these guys were putting down, at least from that standpoint, you know? One thing I will kind of say, and it sounds funny, at least they tried to have a bit too many modern sensibilities, if you will. Like, for me, all the diversity, you know? Like, you had Robbie, well again, he was a pre-existing character, so I can't say anything about him. But it's like you had Robbie, you had the Latina secretary, you got an Asian female lead. Like, okay, I take the Asian female lead back because it's Nicolas Cage and we know damn well why she is there. But I just say that to say, like, it just, at least for me, it didn't really make sense to have all of these people of diversity in this one show at this one time. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but it just, all that I kept thinking to myself while watching this is it's like, yo, Nicolas Cage, aside from the fact that he's Spider-Man, this guy is definitely the most interesting man in New York to be surrounded by this diverse cast of characters. Like, it just, it cracked me up, but like, even the way that these characters moved within the show, it felt off. Like, Robbie, for instance, the way that this guy, and again, like, it pains me to say this, but he was just too damn uppity. Like, this nigga was walking through like he owned the place. And like, I get it, like, power to you, black man, like, I get it, I love it, but then there's this part of me that's like, man, like, you realize what time period you're in, right? Even the Latina secretary, like, there's times where she's just talking to white men just like any old way, and it's like, you do realize what time period you're in, right? Like, only a couple times did they really make something about him being black, but it's like, for the most part, this guy just kind of did whatever he wanted, he went anywhere, and to me, it didn't make sense. For the span of the show, it didn't make sense. Even the fact that you got like an Asian lead and an Asian female lead, and she's supposed to be heading this music hall and everybody's coming to see her, like, it just, and that's not even to say she's not a pretty woman. It didn't, to me, it did not make sense. You know, I don't know, I didn't get it. Even something as light as making Silvermane Irish, it's like Silvermane's Italian, which would have already been like diverse. Like, why decide to make him Irish? It didn't really work. Like, in that regard, I wasn't really fucking with it. Even though this was a show that quite literally existed because it was supposed to tell a multiversal version of Spider-Man, like, the show starts, the first line of the show he talks about like, oh, if you asked me anything about multiverses, I wouldn't have known what that meant. And then it's like, nothing else is referenced ever again. Like, it felt like such a misstep to not make any type of reference to the movie, at least in some way. Like, maybe at the end you see a portal open and you see, you know, like something should have happened that should have tied this back to the Spider-Verse series, if you will. Especially considering the fact that we haven't gotten anything from that series. I really did feel like it was a misstep to not use this as like a bit of a hype train to give us something, you know? Like, it felt very, yeah, it didn't really work for me. That seemed like such a misstep, and it wasn't smart, if you're asking me. Back on my guy Silvermane and even the rest of the villains, I think, and this is just me, I think that it was dumb to use him as the antagonist, and for the rest of those supers that they used to not have animal powers. Like, especially that we see how Spider-Man gets his powers, we see how Spider-Noir gets his powers, and he goes down and, you know, he gets bitten by the spider guy, but like, all of the people down there has some type of animal thing hooked up to them. So it's like, it would have made sense that all of the people that Spider-Man is fighting in this show had some type of animal pull, if you will. The fact that the people that he fights Sandman, he fights a knockoff Electro, and then he fights Tombstone, which they kind of made it look like they were playing towards like Tombstone had like armadillo skin or something. And again, this is me just going really creative with it, but it just, from the standpoint that Spider-Man has so many animal-based villains, it just seemed really stupid of them to not go that route. Maybe it would have taken too much in terms of CGI, but it's like having a Sandman character or having an Electro character, that's hella CGI too. They had a Pyromaniac character. It's like, it was dumb, like complete misstep. I don't know what they're going, I don't know what they're doing. It felt very not smart. If you guys know me and you've watched this channel enough, as much as I love live action, cartoons, like animated stuff, that's my favorite genre. And I feel like that's the genre that you can do the most with. And again, I keep saying misstep, but it's like, for them to not do this show as a cartoon, I'm not even saying that they had to do it like the Spider-Verse, but I'm just saying, for it to not be like a 2D cartoon show, it didn't work. And the irony is, for me, a lot of the gripes that I had, I think I would have been able to look past them if the show was a cartoon. But the fact that it wasn't, and then they kind of gave it to us the way that they did, it didn't work, man. Like, again, the casting choices, I wasn't a super fan of, but even Nicolas Cage, it's like, this guy he's well in his 60s at this point, and I'm supposed to believe that he's like a 40-something-year-old Spider-Man, quote unquote. Again, if it was a cartoon, it would have been a lot more believable. But what I think they should have done, there's so many different things that I would have done. But if you wanted to keep Nicolas Cage as a Spider-Man type character, you should have made him Ezekiel. And you should have used a younger character to be the actual Spider-Noir. It would have been a different story completely, but it would have lent itself a lot more to the animal-based villains and the animal-based repertoire, his rogues gallery. Because again, to me, it just felt very like, you're gonna go back and this time, and then you're gonna show Spider-Man fighting Sandman. Like, it felt just cringy. Like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. What I personally would have done, and this is just me, and this is, again, I got my writing hat on now. I would have made it about Morlun. I would have made it about Morlun and the Inheritors, and again, then you could have referenced the animal-based villains, and then you even could have made some type of more loose references to the whole web of life and how that ties into the Spider-Verse and, you know, all that type shit. Like, for me, it seemed like that's right there in their face. It's like, for them to not do that, I didn't understand how they didn't go that road. Like, for them to make it about an Irish Silvermane, like, really? Like, that's what you're gonna do a show about, an Irish, like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And again, even from a narrative standpoint, and I hate doing this, but you know me, I gotta do this. This is my channel. Y'all niggas are watching this, so you know this is how I get down. Nicolas Cage, his character in this show had absolutely no narrative growth. Even the fact that it's like they talk like the whole time, it's like the whole thing about this show is it's like, oh, he's edgy, he's a Spider-Man that drinks all the time. Okay, cool. But then it's like they reference the fact that, oh, my girl, she died because I was out here drinking and I should have saved her. But then it's like you're still drinking the whole time, and there's nothing about this show that makes you feel remorseful, other than the fact that it's like you talk about that. Like it felt very like, maybe that could have been a side plot that he's working with his alcoholism, and when you see him go off on the benders, then it's like, oh shit, like he's back in it, like Ben is going in. You know, from the standpoint of them changing his name to Ben Reilly, I thought it was cool, but there was just, yeah, man, like this show, it didn't work. It's one of those shows that just puts a weird taste in your mouth. Like, it's like, I could see what they were trying to do, but they didn't do any of that. They didn't succeed in that in the slightest, and I don't know what to say. And that's what cracks me up. And I know, like, if you see the critics, if you see the reviews, people are gonna love it. Even Nicolas Cage and him acting like a spider, like, I was like, man, like, what the hell is this? Like, this is dumb. Like, this is dumb, and it's cringy, and it's tacky. Like, the show, it just felt tacky. Like, it felt tacky. That's the best way of putting it. It felt tacky, it felt cringy, it felt kind of campy. Like, again, visually, I loved it. Costume design, I loved it, but it felt weird, you know? That's the best way that I can put it. As always, a show like this, the critics, they love it. They're head over heels over their show. And it's like, I can kind of understand why, but it just, yeah, I don't know. It didn't really do it for me, you know? Thus far, nothing has been said about a season 2, but something like this, we know that eventually it probably is gonna get a second season, but even then, something like this, they're gonna take a long time to give us a second season. So by the time they do, Nicolas Cage is only gonna be older. It just, to me, like, it was a big, while I get that they were trying to use his name for the star power, it felt dumb to me to make this show live action. You still could have used his name and made it a cartoon, and it still would have hit the same. Dare I say it, even better. But to do it live action, it just, I don't know. I wasn't, in that regard, I was not picking up what these guys were putting down. So, I mean, yeah. The whole Spider-Noir, if you're asking me, it was Spider-Man, you know? It was definitely Spider-Man. Like, it was one of those shows, like, will I watch a second season? Of course, probably. But was I hype about it? At first, I was excited. You hear the theme song and you're gonna get excited. You're into it, and then you're watching it and you're like, man, like, this show just felt unnecessary. I didn't need to watch this. If it was a cartoon done that way, I think, and executed differently, it would be a different story. But then, in that case, it would be a different show. This show, what they did, I wasn't a super fan. But y'all know me, like, I'd still say check it out. Like, if you got a couple hours to spare, check it out. The scene when Spider-Man gets his powers, I won't say anything, but like, that shit, it frightens me. Like, every time, it's like, I know that it's coming, and the jump scare still comes. Like, it's like, fuck, like, yo, like, shit. But some things, again, they executed really well. Other things, I was kind of like, man, like, there was a lot to be desired. But yeah, as a whole, if you're a real Spider fan, give it a watch. If not, don't watch it, you know? But you guys know me, man, and I'm always trying to put you onto some next shit, or sometimes I'm trying to put you off of some next shit. And this is definitely the latter in this case. Thank you if you've made it this far. If you're a fan of this type of content, I'll need you to like, subscribe, comment down below on which other shows or movies I should review, I should take the time to check out, you know? Until the next time that we meet, stay safe. Later days.